Alright, time for a Elise game. I will be playing against a Rel here, which should be fine matchup-wise for me, really. I don't think she has the ability to fight me that effectively for the most part. I'll be starting bot side here and just gonna clear towards top, I think, in this situation. Both top laners have Ignite, so if I can influence that a bit early on, I will definitely try to go for that. They did give Elise some nice buffs this patch, actually. Some to her scaling with more stun duration on her E, which is obviously the thing you lost, Max lost. But more stun duration in the late game does matter quite a bit. So that is a good buff in that sense. And apart from that, it is buffs to the passive here for just more damage, basically, which means more clear speed, simply put. More clear speed and obviously just some more extra damage, but like the important thing is just more clear speed, which is really nice for Elise because she's a little bit, she was at least a little bit lacking on that. She's now quite a bit better on it. Might not look like much if you look at the numbers, but it actually does add up quite a bit throughout an entire clear. So there is that. Start the camp with a Q in human form if you can. If you try to like Q, you could technically smite first for more damage on it, because it does more damage the lower HP a target gets. Something to keep in mind. I will see how this situation is affected here. Mid lane does have a kill. Set's gonna push in the Pantheon. I could look for a pretty quick top gank here instead of like doing my camps first, but I could definitely finish a full clear. Nowadays, especially with the Elise just being faster in general, right? Gonna quickly use my spider from the walk over here. This is just looking like a good situation for me to just run top, honestly. As look at this guy, man. Like, he is so far up. He already had a fight there. Like, it just seems free. I don't think he has wards right now. But definitely just walking past here and going for this makes sense. In human form. Stun combo him and burst him out. Just free. Like, if you have a situation like that, absolutely do go for it. It is just required at that stage, right? Like, there's not much of a choice. If he's that low, that far up, it is just free. And now I just go back to my camps. I shouldn't have to worry about an invade, but even if the Rel still goes for it, I should be fine. For the most part. Make sure my pets auto attacks are used there to clear those small ones. And now I just clear my top side half. Okay. Oh, there is in fact a Rel going for the invade. Very spicy. That does suck for my red buff, but I feel like she should die for this very, very easily. I don't know why she does this. Pop my potion, don't forget. This is no worries here, really. Yeah, that's aggressive, to say the least, against an Elise. I am not going to lie to you. that is a choice right there. I'll just quickly take the top scuttle at this stage. Why not? I would never have done that if I was the Rel, because Elise is just way too strong of an early game jungler to really consider that compared to the Rel, compared to yourself at that point, right? So, aggressive choice, but I will commend him for the aggression. Sure. Fair enough, I'll take it. Got my Sorks on his back. I think with that invade from Rel, we can pretty much guarantee she is going to be playing pretty aggressive, I would imagine. Obviously, yes, he did smite my red buff out because I didn't have smite, but that doesn't impact that play at all. I still get my red buff. I do lose a little bit of XP, but I get kill XP as well, so. I left this camp up, by the way, because the camp's level 1, so I'm really not too worried about it. If I could just, like, go bot here in this situation, this would be good. That's good. Stun him. Just play slow. Pick a target. We should all focus the same target, preferably Jinx. Thank you. Oh, both of those are dead. Bot lane wave positioning was good for me to gank, so I'll go for it. Pantheon did die. Okay. My these camps are defended. If she takes my Raptor Stare, that's actually kind of beneficial to me because the Raptor camp was still level 1. She invests time into a level 1 camp, and I'm not too worried about it, if that makes sense. Now here I could just check this camp, because there should be a leveled up camp on her side, so I actually win in, like, camp trades. It's something I am happy to do, you know? Yeah, that's why I did that, and I wanted to defend my bot side camps from a potential Rel invade towards my bot side more so. I also had negative bot lane priority, so resetting instead of doing Raptors there makes a lot of sense. There's the Rel. This is good for me though, because I trade a level 2 camp. It's technically level 4 camp, but I trade a leveled up camp to a level 1 camp, so I actually do get an advantage out of that. I just want to make sure that no Rel's bot lane. I can technically go for the gank right now to like, counter it in the situation, but my bot side camps are up, and I definitely just want to take those right now because they're just worth a lot of experience at this moment in time, and the bot wave is pushing not favorably, so the Rel gank realistically shouldn't be working unless my bot lane trolls. So I'm not too worried about it, if that makes sense, because of that. If my bot lane was shoving out, I'd have to go, because then the Rel gank would be a lot more likely. Wait, is he doing dragon at this point now? Because with that movement there, it's possible. I'll hit the plant real quick. Not gonna lose much by doing that one. Okay, I'm gonna go bot. Sweep. That's good. That's very nice. My flash wasn't the greatest, but that's okay. Flash doesn't have to be perfect there. I got what I wanted out of the flash, got the Q hit, so in general, it's fine. This is just an easy dragon opportunity. Just gotta kite it out of the pit a little bit. Okay. In this situation specifically, I kind of want my Victor to like move down a bit before Yone rotates first. If that makes sense. We're gonna Q smite it with spider form. Okay, it doesn't look like Yone is showing. That's fine then. Alright, about here we just Q smite, so we have the smite advantage, and we go mid. Is that a kill? I think he has it. He does have it. Perfect. Nice. That's good. 20 seconds on... Wait, hello? 20 seconds on the Rift Herald or so. So I'm gonna just do this camp. I guess I could do Bolt Scuttle and then maybe back. Would this Rel rush Rift Herald? I don't think she would, actually. I don't want this... like, in this situation specifically, I wouldn't be able to contest the Rift Herald on spawn anyway. Let's stun it real quick. Because of top lane just dying. So I guess it's okay. She could rush it still, technically. I also have to worry about a Galio quite badly, eh? I don't think I get the chance to actually reset here if I want to make sure this Rift Herald doesn't get yoinked. If I was Rel here, I would definitely be looking to Herald, basically. I'm gonna hit this real quick. Okay, he does get him, that's good. I just wanted to make sure that he knew I was on my way if it was necessary, if that makes sense. I did miss my stun, but that's okay. My spider was gonna kill him regardless there. So it doesn't really matter. I used my E to close distance there. Please don't greed there. That's very, very greedy from Victor. That's an easy death potential. I'm gonna check her top side here. I saw her there for a second. Yeah, there he is. CC chain him. And burst them out. Perfect. In this, like in a situation where your laner has set up, always try to wait with your E if you can for them to use their CC first. So right there, I wait until I throw my E before Pantheon like lands the stun, basically, to ensure that the stun will CC land and lock it out. You know what I mean? Oh, this could actually be me dead. Please, Seth, don't... Oh, no way. Am I gonna commit to this thing? I think I might be. I'll take it. I will try to get my escape here by getting the plant. Sit down, boys. That's what you call outplayed. That's exactly what I was going for, by the way. Getting the plant hit on that one. Because you can, like, walk up to the back of the pit like that and just get the plant hit out of it. And then knock them back. Like, unless they are super fast about it, they will never reach, which is big. I need to be a bit careful in this situation specifically to not get invaded again, which I doubt she will do. I have 7 out of 9 KP, which is really strong, by the way. Plus Dragon and Rift Herald. I'm just gonna run top here. I know I have a lot of gold, but this guy looks free unless it's warded. Just have to like wait for his stun, CC chain it, and then burst him out. Perfect. And now we just push top turret because we know where Rel is. We just saw on the minimap. So we just push this as fast as possible, and then we're just gonna herald the turret down. This guy doesn't like... Rel jungle is not the problem here. The pick is good. Actually, it's quite a nice pick. Let's put the herald down here. Now wait for the turret to get a little bit lower because you want to put it as late as possible, basically, so the resistances... Like, the more plates you kill, the more resistances the turret has, and the Rift Herald does a set amount of damage to it. In this situation, I did spawn it a little early because of minion wave potentially being a bit late, so we couldn't be hitting the turret the entire time. We finish off the turret for a bunch of gold now, and then we have 1 minute on dragon, so we're gonna base here and then play for the dragon here. Now against this team, I am not the only AP. They are not that squishy. I mean, they are relatively squishy, I would say. Alright, before we continue with the rest of this video, I quickly wanted to mention that about 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do enjoy my content, it would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider subscribing, checking if you're subscribed, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. No, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna go Liandry's here. They are pretty tanky. Okay, let me see. Dark Seal as well as an Emp Tome. You basically have the choice between going Liandry's, Night Harvester, or Rocket Belt. Rocket Belt will only be an option if you are the only AP on your team and the enemy team is squishy. Because in that situation, the flat magic penetration holds a lot of value. If you are the only AP but the enemy team is like still squishy, you can also go Night Harvester, but it's generally better for like 2 APs to go Night Harvester, if that makes sense. So that would be... Wait, just give me 1 second. She cannot contest this. So what I was saying, if you are not the only AP, but still the enemy team is relatively squishy, you can go Night Harvester. And then if the enemy team is quite tanky, you should be going for Liandry's. Because at that point, Liandry's is just the best due to it like really shredding HP. Thank you for the ward. That is exactly what I was hoping for there. Again, here in spider form, we're going to Q smite to get it out. That's good. Just play on distance. Q in, finish them off. Very nice. Good stuff right there. Just making sure to like play on distance, like use your abilities slowly, don't have to rush things, and then when you can get in there to execute them, you can just get in there to execute them with your E. We're gonna send this over there. I want to be a bit careful here with the way I'm doing this, because I don't want to like really initially walk into vision if the camp's not at least there, if that makes sense. So I'm like sending my W in to try to kill the camp like that. This is good. All my jungle camps are up, so I'm just gonna walk over there now. We are in an extremely strong position. We have 11 out of 17 kill participation. We've won every single one of our lanes for them, basically. So that's big. Obviously, my team started to get kills by themselves, which is all nice and dandy, right? But like the early game has been completely settled, which is good. Kill those. So next up, Rift Herald's in like 130, which means I do have time to clear my camps in this situation. It's one at least. I don't think I can get the other one here though. Maybe with Pantheon here there's a chance. Yes, there is a chance. Without the Pantheon I don't think I would have gotten the Rel, but with the Pantheon coming in there it's big. And just note, like, with those situations, right, like, I'm just using E to close distance, and then, like, really holding on to my abilities for whenever I need them, really. Pantheon's gonna go bot. I'll just finish turret real quick. There is the set. I don't really want to fight him right now, because taking the fight and dying against him, potentially, which is possible, unlikely, but possible, would lose me top scuttle, would lose me Rift Herald, would put me in, like, a much worse position. So taking the fight, there's no real reason to do it. If I can just, like, do this scuttle, clear my top side entirely, and then hopefully my sweep comes in time, and I'll have a smite upgrade for a Rift Herald. So I will be able to take that one as well. Just kind of what I'm going for here. Just need one more sweet to make that work, though. otherwise I'd not have 1200 smite for the top scuttle, or Rift Herald, sorry, which I guess is a scuttle as well, but there's some small ones there. No sweet up. My Pantheon is bot, so I probably should just be going top lane here to prevent this. Oh, I do get the sweet in time, nice. I'm gonna just go top here to prevent the Yone from getting the turret for free. Blue smite speed up. I don't know about that one, Yone. I don't think this matters. Right, I slightly misplayed that, I'm not going to lie to you, but I am strong enough for it to be okay. That was a pretty close one, though. I'm not... Whew. Yeah, about that, you know? I think Yone is pretty salty about that one, I'm not gonna lie. I should have played that better, though. The Ignite definitely caught me off guard a little bit. And he also, obviously, still Yone, so it's still good damage there. I think I just Herald here. I think that's fine. I have really good damage on this now. Another rotation, and you can use your stun as well to get one of your spiders back again. But I'm not gonna really do that because in case I do get engaged on it, I want it to be up. Okay, we see Rel bot without blue buff right here, so there's a chance. Let's just take the topside camps regardless. I'll never be able to make it to bot lane anyway, so I might as well just take the topside camps when I can. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the Yone then. Good. From the back. Take my reset. I have a lot of gold right now, so we're definitely gonna go for the Magi's in this situation. And then I can simply just go for Death Cap, I guess. Yeah, since I'm going for Magi's, I might as well go for the Death Cap as well. I could just buy the Death Cap now, but the Magi stacks can just start charging up. If you can commit to Magi's, then definitely go for Death Cap afterwards every single time because of the stacks. Against like melee or heavy comps like this, like you can really get great value out of Rylai's as well. You need a Void Staff that needs to be potentially bought as well. You can obviously buy Zhonya's defensive items. It really just depends on the situation heavily. Really heavily depends on what's going to be good or not. And in this situation, I think with the like scaling I have right now, with the strength I have right now, just going to go Magi's into Death Cap and then probably Void Staff after for magic penetration. I'm just going to make sure I take the objective first. If my team wants to fight, then sure, but I really want to make sure I get this to stay on top of those objectives. There we go. Beautiful. I think my team's overcommitting a bit too hard, I will say, but... Okay, fine. This is okay. I don't think my team should have taken the fight. We could have just done the dragon and been fine, because I've been on the map for a little while, but... I definitely just take a priority on dragon. I generally do that for objectives. Maybe I could have backpinged them more. I'm also almost at my... okay, that's definitely down. I'm almost at my death cap, which is quite big. I can just get a couple more camps on bot side here and then back for the death cap, which is going to be huge. They're not building any magic resist just yet. Don't know if they actually... They should, but I think it's going to maybe take them a little while. Alright, let's just clear this camp up and then I'll reset and get myself my death cap. Baron's gonna spawn soon. I will have great Baron damage. I will also buy one control ward right now. In case that happens for the Baron, I still hold on to my Rift Herald as well right here for 80 more seconds. I ideally want to use it on this turret or that turret. I'm gonna just sprint up here. Because the set's the furthest out of position right now, so we're just gonna run over. If he wins this, that's great, but otherwise... Oh, does he win this? He does win that. Okay, beautiful. Then I'm just gonna walk over the top turret here. Maybe check topside real quick. This is all down. That's fine. I could do the Baron here, but I just want to push top, I think. Because I need to use my Herald relatively soon, and that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. See the rest of their team bot, so I mean... Seems like a great opportunity to just do this. Are you... You annoying little... It's a lot of damage. Like, that turret aggro just... I felt like should have gone on the minion, but whatever, I guess. Okay, let's get that. And I'm gonna do this for you guys right now. I'm gonna solo Baron, or I'm gonna do Baron. I will show you the strategy of doing this with Elise. You just have to be mindful of your spiders, basically. So what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna engage this like that, queue them in, and then walk off to the side here. So you can see it aggroes to my small spiders now. You just walk back and forth the entire time, so it keeps doing that, and then you switch back, wait for the special to appear, queue back in, and then walk back and forth again, so you have maximum uptime. You don't have the 50% damage reduction with Elise on Baron. So as you can see now, I have finished the Baron. Now you might think Pantheon did a lot there. Didn't really matter. I would have been able to do the exact same because my spiders were the one tanking Baron for a lot of hits, and would have been the ones tanking Baron as well if the Pantheon wouldn't have took some of those hits. But I just... yeah, I obliterated Baron there. I could have done it without Pantheon, which is kind of what I was hoping to do, but he just helped me. Yeah, that's the way you do it. You really want to make sure you kite him back and forth like that. So you put him in the middle with your Q. Like, you make sure you have enough human abilities used, so you have all your spiders up, which you can see above the bar here. And then with that, you refresh your spiders every single time when they die to Baron, and make sure your spiders do not get hit by the special attacks from Baron. That is something you absolutely want to avoid. Do not let them get hit by the special attacks from Baron. In this situation here, I think I'm just going to go Rylai's. Honestly. Rylai's is going to be the most effective item I can buy right now, I think. Big rocket. For the slowing potential against them, it's just going to be really nice. It's going to prevent this guy from pushing turret. He cannot fight me. I should have dodged that one, so he doesn't get the true damage hit on me, and then he just dies. I just wait for the opportunity to dodge the most important hit with my E. Well, my team is pushing the rest. I'm just going to shove in top wave as well. We have 50 seconds on Dragon, so I do kind of want to get that done as well. But I don't think the enemy team can really pressure for it at the moment. So I'm not too worried about it. So I'm just going to, like, calmly clear this here. And then we, like, pressure from all sides is kind of what my goal is here. Like, they're pushing this out. I can bring the top wave in. Top turret's already dead, but I'm still going to bring the top wave in so we have all the pressure going right. With all the minions coming into their base. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do here. And at the same time, I was stopping Set from pushing at all. Yeah, the AP items here, like, it is a lot of variables. You can do a bunch of things. The mythic one is, like, I guess the most important one, I would say. And drop turret aggro real quick. Would be a lot of damage to take. One kill. Good. Force this so I don't get hit by the CC. CC lock him, and he's dead. There you go. Last two items in this game specifically would have been Rylai's into a Void Staff most likely, and that would have been that. But yeah, that is it for Elise. That's really how it's done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 17.6k damage, which is not the most, and this is not surprising, obviously, because my team went for a lot of fights, while I just made sure to get objectives for the most part. So I won the entire early game for them, and then they just were doing fights by themselves. So Victor and Pantheon having more damage than me makes a lot of sense. Pantheon was rotating for a lot of fights. I held top lane sometimes, did some objectives, and all that type of stuff. Like, I made sure we got everything right. So, yeah, this is a fair situation to be in here. True damage at 1250. We have objective damage here, which is the big one, obviously, right? So that's what I lost some damage to champions on, essentially, is 57k. I made sure to get the dragons, Rift Heralds, Baron. Made sure to get everything, so my team can snowball in that sense and win the fights that they were going for. We have healing done at 14.4k, damage taken at 20.2, self-mitigated damage at 11.7, gold earned at the most here at 14.5, which is a hefty amount. And then for the runes, electrocuted dealt 1160 damage. Solid amount of damage. Like, it's really just for that burst. You can easily go Dark Harvest as well, by the way. I kind of just like Electrocute on Elise lately. I'm gonna be honest. It feels really nice to play with that like guaranteed burst, and the burst is also a bit higher. You obviously don't have like any type of reset potential, I guess, but for like the early stages, I really like this a bit more. Make you a bit stronger there, right? So I can really go for things. A cheap shot for about 600 extra damage. Cheap shot is really nice on Elise compared to like sudden impact because it's like easily procced, right? If you're stunned, your combo is just gonna do guaranteed, like, right? And for the sudden impact, you're gonna have to take like your Q needs to be going off so you get the dash from it, or you like, yeah, it's real awkward. You don't actually get like really decent damage out of it. Now, obviously, 600 doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually quite nice. And obviously, as well, you have to consider the fact that these runes now do a bit less damage because I opted for some less fight potential, right? I made sure to get some more objectives, so my overall damage output is a little bit lower in the general sense. So yeah, the numbers are a little low here, but that's because of that reason. And we have Eyeball Collection for just 30 AP, Relentless Hunter, and Water Walking for as much movement speed as possible, so I can be around the map as quickly as possible. And then Absolute Focus to combine that for more burst damage as well as like just generally more clear speed, really. So yeah, that is it for Elise. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.